Nothing happens by chance. Stoicism. Most people believe life is random. They say success is luck. They say failure is bad fortune. They blame timing, circumstances, and other people. This belief weakens responsibility. It creates passivity. It trains you to wait instead of act. Stoicism rejects that mindset. The Stoics did not believe events were random accidents. They believed the universe operates through cause and effect. Every result has a source. Every outcome follows action, inaction, preparation, or neglect. When you understand this, your thinking changes. You stop asking, why did this happen to me? You start asking, what led to this? That question gives you power. Marcus Aurelius wrote constantly about accepting events as part of a larger order. He did not complain about difficulty. He searched for his role inside it. That mindset builds strength. Nothing happens by chance in your character. Nothing happens by chance in your discipline. Nothing happens by chance in your results. Your habits produce your future. If you want more deep Stoic reflections like this, subscribe to this channel. I focus on practical philosophy that strengthens your mind and your actions. Now let us go deeper. 1. Your outcomes follow your repeated actions. Look at your current position in life. Your health. Your income. Your relationships. Your confidence. Each reflects patterns you have repeated. If you train daily, strength increases. If you overeat consistently, weight increases. If you delay difficult tasks, opportunities shrink. These are not accidents. They are outcomes. Cause and effect operate whether you acknowledge them or not. The Stoics emphasized personal responsibility. They did not control the external world, but they controlled their effort, preparation, and reaction. That control shaped results over time. You may say luck plays a role. It does. But preparation determines whether you benefit from luck or miss it. When opportunity appears, only the prepared can act quickly. Nothing happens by chance in discipline. If you lack consistency, you trained yourself into inconsistency. If you lack confidence, you likely avoided situations that build it. Your present condition is evidence of past repetition. This is not meant to shame you. It is meant to empower you. If patterns created your current state, new patterns can create a different one. 2. Your character is built through small decisions. You do not wake up one day strong or weak by accident. Character forms through daily micro decisions. When you choose honesty under pressure, you strengthen integrity. When you choose comfort over responsibility repeatedly, you weaken reliability. The Stoics believed virtue is trained. Courage grows through exposure to fear. Patience grows through enduring inconvenience. Self-control grows through resisting impulse. Every time you respond to frustration with anger, you reinforce reactivity. Every time you pause and respond calmly, you reinforce composure. Nothing about your personality is random. It is conditioned. Neuroscience supports this. Repeated behaviors strengthen neural pathways. What you practice becomes automatic. That is why disciplined people appear steady. They train steadiness. If you feel trapped in your habits, understand this. You trained them. That means you can retrain them. 3. Hardship is not random punishment. Many people interpret difficulty as unfair chance. Stoicism views hardship differently. It treats adversity as part of the structure of life. Obstacles do not single you out. They appear because challenge is constant in human experience. Challenges reveal weaknesses. They test preparation. They expose blind spots. Military and emergency response training uses controlled stress drills for this reason. Pressure exposes gaps fast. Without difficulty, growth stalls because comfort hides flaws. Marcus Aurelius ruled during war, plague, and political betrayal. As Emperor of Rome, he faced the Antonine Plague and continuous conflict along the Danube frontier. He did not interpret events as chaos targeting him personally. He focused on conduct, judgment, and restraint. His writings show repeated reminders to respond with discipline rather than complaint. Hardship shapes you through response. 2 people experience the same setback. One collapses, one adapts. Research on resilience shows that interpretation of stress strongly predicts recovery speed. When you frame difficulty as training, stress hormones stabilize faster. When you frame it as injustice, stress lingers. Nothing happens by chance in resilience. If you panic under stress, you likely avoided stress training. If you remain steady, you trained discomfort tolerance. Expose yourself to controlled challenge. Take on demanding tasks. Practice problem solving under pressure. Life presents resistance. Resistance reveals strength and directs further growth. 4. The law of attention. Where you direct attention determines development. Your brain adapts to what you feed it daily. Neural pathways strengthen with repetition. What you focus on grows stronger in your perception and skill set. If you constantly focus on distractions, your focus weakens. Frequent task switching reduces efficiency and increases mental fatigue. Research from Stanford University found that heavy multitaskers struggle more with filtering irrelevant information. If you train deep work, your concentration strengthens. Long periods of focused effort increase cognitive endurance. If you feed your mind constant negativity, your outlook darkens. News overload and social comparison elevate stress levels. The brain develops a bias toward threat when exposed to repeated negative input. That bias shifts how you interpret neutral events. Over time, your identity aligns with your dominant inputs. The Stoics guarded their attention carefully. Marcus Aurelius wrote reminders to ignore gossip and trivial matters. Epictetus warned against wasting energy on what does not serve character. They understood that attention is limited. What you protect shapes who you become. Nothing happens by chance in mental clarity. If your mind feels scattered, your inputs are likely scattered. If your thoughts feel calm, you likely limit unnecessary noise. Control your attention deliberately. Reduce shallow stimulation. Schedule focused work. Choose information carefully. Your development will follow the direction of your attention. 5. Relationships reflect your standards. If you tolerate disrespect repeatedly, disrespect becomes normal. Behavior that faces no consequence repeats. Social psychology research shows that reinforcement strengthens patterns. When you ignore poor treatment, you train others to continue it. If you communicate clearly and set boundaries, people adjust. Clear limits reduce confusion. Direct statements such as "I do not accept that" reset expectations. Many conflicts persist because standards remain vague. Precision changes dynamics fast. Your relationships are not random. They reflect what you accept and what you project. If you show insecurity, some will exploit it. If you show grounded confidence, most will respond differently. Studies on nonverbal behavior show that posture, tone, and eye contact influence perceived status within seconds. Signals matter. Nothing happens by chance in how others treat you consistently. Patterns of interaction form through repeated signals. Stoic thinkers such as Epictetus taught responsibility for your responses, not control over others. Raise your standards quietly. Enforce them through behavior. Reduce access when respect drops. Increase access when respect rises. Over time, your circle aligns with your conduct. 6. Confidence is earned, not granted. Confidence does not appear randomly. It grows from evidence. You believe in yourself when you see consistent proof of competence. Talk does not create belief. Repeated action does. If you train, complete tasks, and keep promises, you accumulate internal proof. That proof creates calm certainty. Each finished workout strengthens physical confidence. Each kept deadline strengthens professional confidence. Over time, your mind records these wins. You stop questioning your ability because you have data. If you avoid difficulty, break commitments, and procrastinate, doubt grows. Missed targets weaken self-trust. The brain tracks inconsistency. When you repeatedly delay action, hesitation becomes your pattern. Doubt feels natural because you trained it. Nothing happens by chance in self-belief. It is built through action. Psychology research on self-efficacy by Albert Bandura shows that mastery experiences are the strongest source of confidence. Direct experience outweighs praise or motivation. You gain belief by doing hard things and finishing them. The Stoics practiced daily reflection to measure alignment between intention and behavior. Marcus Aurelius reviewed his conduct each night. That habit kept standards clear. If you want confidence, build evidence. Set small promises. Keep them. Increase the difficulty gradually. Let your actions convince you. 7. Discipline determines freedom. Many believe freedom means no structure. Stoicism teaches the opposite. Real freedom comes from self-command. When you govern your impulses, you decide your direction. When you lack control, your mood and cravings decide for you. Without discipline, impulses control you. Cravings dictate behavior. Emotions dictate reactions. Research on delayed gratification, including the Stanford marshmallow experiment, showed that children who learned to delay impulses achieved better long-term outcomes in health and career. The ability to pause predicts stability. With discipline, you choose deliberately. You wake up when planned. You train even when you do not feel motivated. You manage spending instead of reacting to desire. These small acts build internal authority. You trust yourself because you follow through. Nothing happens by chance in freedom. If you feel trapped by habits, you train them. Neural pathways strengthen through repetition. The brain automates what you practice most. Repeated distraction builds dependency. Repeated focus builds control. Structure creates space for stability. Fixed routines reduce decision fatigue. Clear standards reduce internal conflict. Stoic thinkers such as Epictetus taught mastery over the self as the foundation of autonomy. Build discipline daily. Freedom will follow as a result of that structure. 8. Luck favors preparation. Opportunity often appears without warning. A job opening, a chance meeting, a financial opening. These moments look sudden, but your response depends on what you did before they arrived. If you prepared skills, savings, and composure, you act. If you neglected preparation, you hesitate. Research on career mobility shows that people who update skills consistently secure promotions faster than those who wait for openings. The same pattern applies to money. An emergency fund turns a crisis into a manageable problem. Preparation converts pressure into action. People call success luck when they do not see the preparation behind it. They see the promotion, not the years of study. They see the business growth, not the early mornings and disciplined spending. Stoic thinkers such as Seneca argued that fortune meets the ready mind. Readiness reduces fear. It sharpens decisions. Nothing happens by chance in readiness. Build competence daily. Save consistently. Train your body and mind. Strengthen communication. When opportunity arrives, you will not scramble. You will step forward because you already prepared for the moment. 9. Emotional stability is practiced. Calm under pressure looks natural. It is not. What you see in steady people results from repetition. They faced stress many times. They chose control instead of impulse. Over time, control became automatic. It comes from repeated exposure to stress with controlled response. It comes from breathing practice, reflection, and mental rehearsal. Athletes train under simulated pressure so their body does not panic in competition. The nervous system adapts to what you repeat. If you practice slowing your breath during tension, your heart rate drops faster. If you pause before speaking, your reactions sharpen. If you react intensely to small events, you train that intensity. Each outburst reinforces the pattern. Each complaint strengthens irritation. Neuroscience shows that repeated emotional responses strengthen neural pathways. The brain wires itself around what you rehearse most. Drama becomes default if you practice it daily. Nothing happens by chance in emotional strength. Stoic thinkers such as Marcus Aurelius trained perception and restraint through daily reflection. You can do the same. Expose yourself to controlled discomfort. Delay reaction by a few seconds. Breathe slowly through stress. Review your behavior at night. Emotional stability grows from practice, not personality. 10. Your future is patterned by today. Look at your daily routine. That routine is your future in progress. What you repeat shapes what you become. Your habits decide your strength, your income, your health, and your mindset. You do not arrive at a different future by wishing for it. You arrive there by practicing it daily. Small repeated actions compound. Improvement compounds. Neglect compounds. 10 minutes of reading each day equals over 60 hours a year. A small daily calorie surplus can add several kilograms of fat over time. A slight daily deficit can reverse it. The math works whether you pay attention or not. Consistency beats intensity. Stoicism centers on daily practice because daily repetition determines long-term direction. The ancient Stoics trained reflection, restraint, and discipline every day. They did not wait for crisis to build character. They prepared in ordinary hours. When difficulty arrived, their response reflected prior training. Audit your day honestly. Track how you spend your time for 1 week. Identify patterns that move you forward and patterns that keep you stagnant. Keep what strengthens you. Remove what weakens you. Design tomorrow deliberately. Your future does not appear suddenly. It grows quietly from what you do today. If this reflection challenges your thinking, subscribe to this channel. I publish deep Stoic philosophy designed to sharpen your discipline and strengthen your character. Apply these principles consistently and watch your results change.